For 8 years, this publication that's promoting and supporting locally grown and locally produced foods is expanding and reaching more people than ever. Hi, I'm Kylie, Rowe, the Vice President of Relocation at Dickson Realty, and today we're interviewing Amanda Burden, the editor and publisher of Edible Reno-Tahoe. All right, well, Amanda, thank you so much for coming in. It's great to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me, Kylie.
It's awesome. So, okay, we have Amanda Burden here. She is the editor and publisher of Edible Reno-Tahoe. I love that, and I'm so excited you're here. So tell us, what is the mission of this publication?
Absolutely. So Edible Reno-Tahoe is all about celebrating and supporting the local food movement here. And we really want to support healthy, local, sustainable, natural choices here. So that really is what differentiates us as well.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And I know that you've been doing this for 8 years. Right. And there's 6 different publications that come out every single year, right?
Right, yeah. So we do 6 publications, and we publish in spring, summer, fall, and winter. Mm-hmm. And then we have a special edition called Cooks that comes out in May, June, and then another special edition that's called Drinks that comes out in January, February.
That's exciting. So we have a lot to look forward to. Now, I understand that you also just expanded into Sacramento, right?
We did. So 6 months ago, we bought Edible Sacramento, and oh my gosh, what's going on down there is incredible. I mean, that is the breadbasket of the world. You know, so I'm learning a lot about that community as well. And it's just over the hill. Mm-hmm. So it is part of our food shed as well.
Right. Yeah. No, so that's good. So you've been involved with this, and in our local community, at least for the last 8 years, probably longer, knowing that you've been passionate about it. And so yes. I think what I want to talk to you about is, what have you seen grow and change as we've kind of been going through this renaissance in Reno?
Right. Well, first of all, one of the things that's really grown is my waistline, because there is so much food to eat, so much good food and drink. But actually, you know, I think this really was a meat and potatoes kind of town. You know, we've got the Reno Rodeo here. We've got a really Western kind of agricultural vibe. Mm-hmm, and so it's meat and potatoes. And Harris Steakhouse just celebrated its 50th anniversary. So we still kind of have that aspect. People want their meat and potatoes. But we also still have a lot of other options, too. Oh, my gosh. I mean, all the ethnic options, Korean and Japanese, and then wonderful natural options like the Deluxe Cafe is so good. So things are really changing, I mean, from the restaurant perspective, and then also from the farming perspective as well. I mean, we have some of the largest growers in the world of potatoes and onions. Perry & Sons grows the onions, and Winnemucca Farms is one of the largest for potatoes. So we have these, you know, big growers, and then we have all these small growers doing microgreens and lettuces and fruit and strawberries, and I mean, just so much going on. So it's pretty amazing, everything that's changing. And yeah.
That I love, and that's really funny what you said about the waistline. I think I'm experiencing the same thing a little bit. But so, you know, with the locally grown foods, you know, a lot of times when people are moving into town, I get questions, where are the farmers markets? And is that something that you inform people about?
Yes, cool. We do. We put together a farmers market guide every spring, and we run it in our summer edition, and lives online all year round. Our farmers markets, you know, the number of farmers markets that we have here is just incredible. We must have started with maybe 1 or 5 in the last maybe 10 years or so. Now we have about 30 in our region. They're all over. You know, there's about 10 in Reno, and they're just, it's exceptional. Yeah, so we have a whole list. We put out the list in our summer issue, and then it lives online as well. Yeah.
Well, there's so much good information, and Amanda, I wish that I could spend all day expanding my waistline with you, maybe, or just talking about your knowledge of the food community and this movement to support the locally grown and locally produced food. So we're going to have to wrap it up, but for more information, people can find everything online.
Absolutely.
Yeah, at ediblereno-tahoe.com.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming in, and definitely let's check them out online, and let's start to support the locally grown and locally produced food movement.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for coming in.